Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to our show. Okay, so doing well for having a wonderful day on this 1st September 2025. As you can see, we're gonna be working a little bit. Today video is called Death of Creativity. So this is a video that I want to do because we did yesterday. Yesterday I went on a bike and it was not planned. So it's a long story, but it's a very long story, but I'll try to do it nicely. So what exactly happened yesterday was I wanted to do Prison Break because we have to finish Prison Break this week. It's the 3rd, which is today is a Monday. We have to do it for Thursday, right? So on Thursday I have to be finished with Prison Break. Yesterday I wanted to do it. However, my neighbors were having a party, which is completely amazing. Bye. Oh, I have to do this also. Wait a second. Maybe we have a problem. Ooh, we have 2 days. We're good. Yeah, we're good. Because we do have do some clips. I didn't do clips since we started the playthrough, which was 4 days ago. So we're still good. Okay, back to the focusing, please. Thank you so much. So yesterday I go out because they're making music and I'm like, dude, I'm nervous because first of all I'm watching more and more Prison Break, which is good, but I don't remember if I watch like 4 or 5 episodes, I have such an easy time to do it. If I watch like Lost, we watched the first season, and then I went to review it and I'm like, I don't know what happened, you know, not because I didn't remember, because we watched so much that I'm like, yeah, I don't remember what exactly happened here. So I go out. And because I don't go out, usually when I go out, I have a subject plan. I'm like, what I'll do is I'll plan my video. This is something I talked about before. What I'll do is I'll prepare a couple of subjects. For example, I'll start my day and we'll have 7 subjects, right? Now, here's the thing, right? What I'll do usually, and I love doing this because I think this is the smartest thing to do. So what I love to do is I do 7. Example, I have 7 subjects. I always keep 2 off. Why? I want to have 1 if I go on a bike ride because I like to go out a little bit. I want to do 1 if I'm doing a TikTok live and there's nobody. So this is what I want to do. So yesterday we went on a bike ride, but I didn't have anything because I was like, okay, well, today you're focusing on Prison Break. So I decided to just be open and honest about it with you. And I was feeling the death of creativity. Now, just to be clear, this is not a recap, this is not a repeat of yesterday. It's a completely different videos, but some same subject will be, look at me, professional, will be looked at. So the death of creativity yesterday was more so, and if I had to be honest, I think this is more so like a part 2 than a continuation. Oh, hello bee. Am I afraid of bees? I love bees. Just find them majestic, beautiful coloring, deadly, but with a sense of society, which is pretty good. The death of creativity yesterday was I was looking at myself and I'm hard on myself, right? And I was comparing it to last year, comparing myself to last year, how much I worked, how much I've created, how creative I felt. I feel like last year we went above and beyond. And yesterday was a perfect day because it was nice outside, but it was kind of cold, which is a reminder of the phone is too hot. I kind of expected it because it's hot today. Well, it's not hot, but it is a bit warm. So I'm gonna take a ice pack from the freezer. Oh, she's such a little fat girl. That's not one thing I can miss about summer. Is the freaking overheating phone. But it's part of the game. Talk about summer. Yesterday I went out and it was really nice, but it was also cold. Because it was also cold. It reminded me of the fact that summer is done. Summer is done. Autumn is coming. It's like, dude, did you go out and love this summer? Right? Now, I want to talk about something which is gonna be an excuse, but possibly truth. An excuse, but possibly truth. An excuse, but possibly truth. So, last year we did depression, right? The first depression because I was working so fucking hard that I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't thinking straight, I wasn't relaxing, I just burned out, right? So there's a possibility that this year, right, we saw that and we're like, you know what, Inc, be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. You'll never know. You never know what's gonna happen. So then, a little A, a little B. Last winter, I did depression because I wanted to go out and I couldn't. So this year, once again, I'm like, dude, be careful. Last year, you missed going out. So this year, I didn't go out that much. That way, I'm not used to going out. And when it's the winter and I cannot go out, it's not such a problem. Make sense? So far, so good? So far, so good. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. Audrey Charette shared a video. Okay, je m'en calisse. M'excuse, je m'en calisse. So yeah, so the depth of creativity is there. Maybe we're less active than last year. Because technically speaking, right? To me, creativity. See, okay, so I talked about this yesterday. So this is a repeat. Somebody asked me last winter. He said, "You're doing so much videos. Don't you prefer quality to quantity?" And I answered something which was true. But if you ask me today, my answer is different. I cannot give you quality. No matter how hard I try, there's one guy that's out there that's better than me. Does that mean that's self-sabotage? No. However, I can give you quantity. I'm insane. So, oh, okay, I can do that, yeah. That's actually a good idea. Give me a sec, I'm gonna ask people in the chat. Question. What is enemy mass? Good, okay, perfect. I'm in a good mood today, right? So I can't guarantee quantity, right? I'm not self-sabotaging, but still that's something. Now this year I saw a lot of less videos. However, here's the thing. Last year we did countless video that was 7 minutes, 10 minutes. This year we're doing more, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's more concise. And the long-term content, longer form of content has always been more my style. And at the same time, last year was a lot more chaotic. It was all here. This year, I'm doing a lot of series recap, right? Now, here's a problem. What is more creative? What is more creative? What is that? Nice. You always have to remember this. Okay. Cool. We did good. I wasn't sure, but we did. Guess what, baby? I just upload 15 videos. You're not gonna know this song. This is a French song from the 90s. So basically, unimportant and current culture, but somewhat important. Was that important? Because if you're looking at French culture, you're looking at the years 95, where there was the last, like, okay, well, is Quebec a country? You know? And, you know what's insane? After that, people start not wanting Quebec to become a country. And people start caring about the culture of Quebec. Because, hey, it's not a country, right? Which is dope. But, with that being said, t'es ton fou, tu penses à toi, see, ready. That's good. And then we'll do extra chord and we'll upload everything. So, what was I talking about? Yeah, longer form content is more my style. It's something that I prefer watching, and it's something that I prefer doing. So, technically speaking, something that you're gonna prefer watching or viewing is gonna be something that you prefer making, because you relate to that more and you appreciate that more as a content. Like painter, so chances are I'm gonna be a painter. I love music, chances are I'm gonna be playing music, something like that, right? So, and then I was doing the recap and I was like, this is not creative, this is not from here, right? But the recap in itself, and maybe I'm just in denial, but you also need to bring something. You need to make it creative, because people love this. People absolutely love this. And the idea came from TikTok. Because I was seeing show edits of I was seeing edits of people are texting me, which is a great thing, but not when I'm working. I was seeing edits, and I'm like, dude, this show is 90, and some of those edits were really well made, and I'm like, okay, well, I know the show. This is an edit. To me, this feels a bit lazy because you took a show, but this edit is really a lot better than the other one. So this is a quality, and this is creative. And I started being more open-minded about these edits, and I'm like, wow, that's really an art, right? So maybe creativity was in there to put these things together, but then editing is also different. Also, like recapping those moments of the show that really touched you, that really meant something to you, can mean nothing to somebody else. But because they meant something to you, you'll talk about it, right? That's pretty much it. So long story short, I did that, I did this, and I was like, maybe there's less creativity, but we're still making content. Maybe we're making less content, but we're still making content. Now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. The rock is the fact that we're doing something that's a lot healthier. The thing that's a lot healthier is we're not overloading ourselves with work, which is a good thing. The thing that is a bit more healthy is also the fact that I'm doing content I want to do. Now, technically, that's not true. But guess what? This is great also. Last year, I was doing content that I wanted to do. Because it's all a case of last year and this year. Is there a lot of evolution between last year and this year? No. Is there a lot of evolution between 28 years of my life in making content? Absolutely. But you know, it's baby steps, and we're baby steps in the right direction. Although there's not a lot of improvement since last year, I do believe that we're walking in the right direction. I had a mishaps and I said wrong direction, possibly wrong direction. Who knows? So because last year, I have this friend. I have to talk about this. This is nothing to do with the video, but I have to talk about this. My friend, I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to talk shit, but he had these new braces, and they're very uncomfortable because they're big, right? And he keeps on licking the braces because it's uncomfortable. And I try to tell him, dude, don't do that because you're gonna have a habit. And then even when he's not gonna have the braces, he'll do like that. And I'm telling him, bro, that's not good. That is not good. Try to help a brother out, you know? But hey, we'll see. With the content last year, I was doing what I want. Okay, so today I will talk about this, I'll talk about this. And last year, it was insane because it was a creativity. For example, I was doing a video in the morning, and from that video I was able to do two. Okay, I can talk about this, I can talk about this, right? But the problem with that is I don't remember all my videos, so I possibly repeat myself a lot, and that's a problem because that's the quantity versus quality. Quantity doesn't equate to no quality. Quantity equates to more, right? Not better, but more. However, if you repeat yourself, it's not more, it's less. It's less. Understand? So in compared to last year, it's very different, right? And this year, I'm like, okay, well, what's the plan? And this year, am I doing what I want? I'm not doing what I want. And this is also important. Most of the videos I do lately, I don't want to do them. I don't want to do them. Here's why. Last month we did Lost. I love Lost. But would I do 3 weeks of only Lost? No. Would I do 3 weeks of only Prison Break? No. Would I do... Next month's gonna be The Good Place and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Do I want to do that? No. But if I don't do them, I'm not gonna be able to do it, right? So I'm forcing myself to make content. And there's still a desire there. See, the desire isn't mental. The desire is instinct. I was doing a video about, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and I'm on the balcony making videos, and I'm starting to hear fireworks. And I'm like, there's no way. And I keep on hearing them. I rush to film the fireworks. I had the wrong phone. The quality was disgusting, but I still rushed to see the fireworks. And at the end of the day, we got to see the fireworks. You know, there's still a desire to be there. So the content is possibly less creative, yes. I possibly would work way I possibly work way less, but it's different. I think this is also a strength. I think life is different. I think you go through XYZ and it makes you better. But you have to go through XYZ, right? If you only stay in X, you only stay in X. If you only stay in Y, you only stay in Y, and that's not good. So I think in this part, I'm a bit better, you know? But then again, time will tell. Time will tell. You see, this is the problem with always making different content. It's so complex. It's so complex. But basically how it works is either you make different content, always make different content, and then you run out of idea, right? And then you're boring because you're always talking about the same stuff. Or you make the same context, but the second as you step out of that zone of comfort, people don't watch you because you're so used. How many Fortnite streamer of Fortnite is there? And I love Fortnite, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't play Fortnite my whole year, you know? So it's tough, it's tough, it's tough. But then in these cases, what you do is you make the bag. You do it for 2 or 3 years, you make the bag, and then you just leave. One of them that did really well is Stephanie So. Stephanie So got known for mukbang content, and she's pretty interesting, but her real passion is crime killers. So she has a podcast called Rotten Mangoes. She's talking about killing. So that, she did it pretty well. But who else is trying to? Well, you know who else did it? PewDiePie. But PewDiePie is so odd. It's so odd because it's such a good example too. He went from gaming, and then he did some React content, and people weren't so down with the React content. But then he started doing Dad Pie, which is, you know what I just realized? Dad Pie, Morgue Pie. Ugh. PewDiePie, Morgue Pie. He started doing content, and it was pretty nice because he started doing content as a father, his new life, real life vlog, which worked, which is amazing. But then at the same time, you look at a person like Jesse Ridgway, which is McJuggernuggets, right? And McJuggernuggets, who did a series representing his real life, but when he showed his real life, nobody cared. Nobody cared. So that sucks. That sucks. And then you're asking yourself the question, do I have to force myself to be creative because my life sucks so badly that nobody cares, right? And if I have to force myself to be creative, then I'm not being creative. I'm forcing creativity. So what you're seeing is not creativity, it's despair. And you know what that makes me feel like? Corporate. And corporate tells you, hey, we need a new idea, we need a new toy to sell. And if we don't sell that new toy, we're gonna have to lay off people. So the desperation, people come up with idea, oh, we could do that, we could do this, we could do this. Out of 100 ideas, that's such a good idea. Oh my god. Out of 100 ideas, there's 3 that are good, right? It's like, okay, well, you have 3 IDs and all the rest you scrapped. The problem with me is I'll take the 100 ID, I'll make 100 videos. You understand? So yeah. Anyway, food for thought. I'm gonna let you guys go. I have to do some content for the. My apologies. That was disgusting. For Prison Break.